Hello and welcome back to this TV34 Multimedia Productions video tutorial. We got a little time on our hands right now, but this downtime where a lot of people at home working because of the virus outbreak and everything. So I decided I'd put together a little video to show you how you can do some things around the house just to keep you busy and keep your mind occupied, and then just practice your art, photography and things like that. So the setup that I have right now, I tried to make something real simple. Is got my light table here, and I'm only using one light right now that you saw initially in the shot. This is a monolight, flash pump monolight that I got from Autorama that I'm using, and I happen to have a beauty dish on it because I want to get even lighting all around the subjects that I'm going to be doing on. This is going to be some product photography that I'm going to be doing. I got some seashells here that I'm using. And I also have one of my bait casters that I'm going to be shooting with, just to give you an idea of what you can do with product photography. One of the things that I wanted to do, but it's a little cool out today, I decided not to. I'm just using one light, but initially I was going to use a second light, and I was going to have a light underneath the table with a grid on it and a color gel on it. I was going to use that to just change the background color. So maybe in the next segment we'll do something like that and show you how that works and everything. And one of the things that I want to talk about, like I said, keeping it simple and everything, I'm using my Nikon D3300 camera. I've got a Tamron 70-200 lens that I'm using just so I can get a close-up shot. And one of the things that I've noticed a lot, and I've got, of course, my pocket wizards connected and everything, but one of the things that I've noticed a lot with a lot of photographers, especially now in the digital age, there's a lot of photographers don't have a light meter, and that's one thing that can really come in handy with doing this type of work. You always want to try to meter your lights and everything just to make sure you get the best possible setting that you can. So it's really good to have some type of light meter that you can use to really make things a little bit easier for you to get the correct exposure. Because one of the things that I try to do more than anything is try to get the right exposure when I'm shooting, so it's very little that I have to do in post-processing. So having a light meter and a couple other things can make it such a difference. Now I've got everything connected up right now just to give you an idea of how the light meter works. I'm just going to place it right down here where I've got the subject and just fire off the pocket wizard rather. Let me try that one more time. Here we go. And it's giving me f16. I'm shooting at ISO 100. So it's telling me to set my camera meter at f16. So I'm going to change my settings on the camera for that. And then we're going to try a couple of shots and see what we come up with, and I'll show you the results. But this is a real simple setup that I wanted to show you. Like I said, I've got some seashells here that I'm going to be using, doing some product photography on. I got 3 different sets that I'm going to try out and see how it looks and everything. Hopefully the color and everything is really rich and good. I've got again my bait caster that I'm going to shoot with, and just show you how you can make a simple process at home, with all this downtime and everything. Find something to do, and you can do this with anything that you have around the house. You can find jewelry, anything that you have around the house that you want to use as a product. You can use that to take some liquor bottles, a wine glass, get some artificial ice, different things like that. You can use all of that and create some nice work doing product photography and making it real simple. So let's get started with a couple of shots, and I'll show you the results after the video and everything to show you how everything turned out. But just want to make it as simple as possible and just see what we can come up with. So let's do a couple of test shots and see what we get. Stand back here a little bit. First thing that I'm shooting is all four of the seashells that I have lined up right now. I'll get a couple of shots of that. Like I said, I'm just using one light. And one of the things that you want to try to do is crop and get everything right in camera while you're shooting. So I'm just going to move these over to the side a little bit and just bring this other little piece that I put together in and get a shot of that. And it's completely up to you how creative you want to get. I mean, it's totally up to you what you want to do and how you want to do it. So don't limit yourself. Just do what you love and just have a lot of fun doing it. I'm going to pull this over to the side a little bit, and then I'm going to put this one. Like I said, I've already metered everything. F16, 1/25 of a second, ISO 100, Nikon D3300. I got my flash point light set that I'm using. I got my pocket wizards going, and just taking a couple of shots here to see what we come up with. Get one more of that. Okay, it looks good. And I'm going to pull this over to the side, and because I have plenty of room on my light table, I'm just going to put my baitcaster on here and get a couple of shots of that. See if I can get it. There we go, just like that. Try a couple of shots with that. Pretty much the lighting and the metering and everything should be the same. So we're just going to get a couple of shots. I'm going to shoot it from a couple of different angles just to see what we get. Knees cracking, getting old. I'm going to turn it around and get one more shot. And that's the other thing that you can do also, is just shoot from different angles. You don't have to shoot everything the same way. So you can place your product the way that you want it. And I'm going to do one adjustment on this. I'm going to change it from F16 to F14 just to see what I get with the difference in the setting. Good, good. All right, that looks good. Switch the head back around. All right, so there you have it. That's just a real quick example of doing product photography. A real quick and easy setup. Came outside on a cool day out and just set everything up. Set up my my light table that I have here. Like I said, I got this from Autorama. I'll put the link on the bottom of the description for that, how you can get that. They recently had it on sale for less than $30, so that's a really good deal. You know, and it's see-through, so you can, one side is like matte, and then the other side is glossy, so if you want to get a reflection off of it, depending on what kind of work you're doing, you can flip it over back and forth. Again, another good thing to have is a light meter. This can really come in handy with just any type of photography that you're doing, whether it be product photography, portraits, fashion, whatever. Having a light meter can really save you in a lot of situations. So it's good to get one of those. You can get a decent light meter for a couple $100 or less. So it's another good investment to have. People always talk about you know, having really good equipment and, you know, what type of camera you're using, what type of lens you're using. All of that is great and everything, but get what works within your budget. Don't try to go out right away and just buy top of the line this, top of the line that, because you know, the equipment is only as good as the person behind it that's working it. So if you know what you're doing, you can make any of it work. Like I said, this is just a Nikon D3300. I use this a lot for a lot of different things, and the work that I get from behind it is just always awesome. I love how it works and everything. I've got a much better Nikon that I use at times, but this is one that I keep with me a lot of times. I love this time around lens. It's an excellent lens for portraits or whatever type of work I'm doing. So just keep yourself busy. Like I said, during this downtime where you can't really get out of the house and keeping a distance from everybody and everything, find things to do around the house to keep you busy. Find something to keep you busy with your photography, video work, whatever it is that you're doing. Find something to keep your mind going and keep you occupied, and just stay on top of your game. You know, just play around with a lot of different things and see what you can come up with. With that being said, I thank you for watching this particular episode of product photography with TV34 Multimedia Productions. I'd like to give a big thanks to my son Austin in the background doing the filming on this, and much appreciated. Sometimes it's hard doing everything by yourself, but when you have somebody working with you, it can really make things work out a lot better. So I hope you enjoyed this little segment. Like I said, I'll post the pictures that we did from the layout without editing anything. I'm just going to show you the raw images and see what we have, and let you see what you think. Stay with us. We'll bring another segment in real soon, doing something a little different. Maybe we'll get a chance to do a couple of other layouts. Can't really get to doing any model stuff right now, but we'll see what we can come up with. Working on some fishing stuff, of course, so at least we can get out and try that. So stay with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, provide comments, let me know what you think regarding the setup and everything that I have, and see what you think. Get out there and get busy, and stay focused. Don't let this virus thing stress you out. Stay focused, stay busy, and get creative. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.